Yes, so I welcome all of you to African Woman and Marriage AWAM. It's a live streaming show that helps us to understand the African culture in marriage, family, nation, and the African continent. African Woman and Marriage is a place you can know, you can understand, and you will be able to know what it takes to be a true African, a true African woman or man. African woman wey sabi, you sabi oh, you sabi sotey you be superwoman. I salute you. My name is African Lady Queen live. I want to thank some people that have responded to some of the topics we treated. We would have had a wonderful topic today, but I want to respond to a particular topic. The husband is the giver and the wife is the receiver. We treated this topic about 2 weeks ago. So we had some feedback from people. Some people responded. In fact, there's a particular woman that I want us to talk on the topic. When she said that, why did I say that the husband is the giver, while the woman is the receiver? What I'm trying to say in this statement is that I'm trying to point out the basic foundation, you get, the basic foundation between the man and the woman relationship. That's where I'm pointing at. So when both of them have married, is they have if they want to have a relationship, someone has to mellow down for the other person. And what I'm trying to say when we talk about the man is the giver, the woman is the receiver, it's not about monetary parts. Because this woman came and she was requesting and asking this question, why should I say that? That she's the one that makes the money and whatever. And I asked her one question before I started asking other ones. The first question I asked her is, when you married your husband, were you the one that went and married this man? She said no. What were you doing? She said nothing. I said, who helped you to get educated? Some women are not educated well enough when they came into their marriage. She said, well, the husband contributed. And I said, so madam, what are you talking? I'm not saying this to spite women. African woman, I love you people. If I don't love the African woman, I won't be part of this show. I'm only trying for us to get to understand that some things that are happening in our family, we are to be held responsible for it. That's the truth. Because how did you start your foundation? How did you start your relationship? What was it all about? At what point did it go wrong? So the questions I threw are back to the woman, because I'm trying to portray the sense of who we are, who we should see the man, how we can see. Do you get it now? You first of all have to acknowledge somebody before you can think of saying he's not doing well. How did it start? So the first question I asked her was, in the African marriage setting, I said, madam, who proposed to you? Who proposed? Were you the one that proposed to your husband, or your husband proposed? She said, hey, it's my husband that proposed to me. And I said, okay, who gave and who received? She said, that's not that. Does it count? Okay, I said, all right, if you think it doesn't count, who left his house and walked to your own house and asked for your hand as a woman in marriage? Was it you that did that? You left your father's house, went to your husband's house, and tell them, Papa, Mama, I want to marry your son. He said, who is the receiver and who is the giver? You see, say in this scenario, she said, it's the husband. I said, okay, we are coming. Wait, we still have more. I said, okay, who paid the dowry? Although in some African concept or culture, but is rare, is few. It's majorly the men that pays. No, it's women. Some women try to buy whatever they buy and say they pay dowry. But who is the dominating person that did more of a thing? You get that brought his people. It was the man. I said, who paid your dowry? She said, it's the husband. I said, did your people receive? He said, yes. Who gave? The husband and his family. I said, so, madam, we still need to acknowledge what this man has done. That things went biased doesn't mean that he was not the giver. He was not the one that started the whole relationship. Relationship is started by a man. He's the giver of relationship. He's the one that proposed. He's the one that pays the dowry. He's the one that leaves his family and come to ask for your hand in marriage. He's the one that tells you, maybe you're looking beautiful. And you receive. Oh, thank you very much. Did you compliment yourself? If you do that, will anybody hear that? No, it was him. African woman. Whose name did you, and I ask her again, whose name did you as a woman or a wife attach your name to? Was it your father's name? He said no. You went and changed your name, your surname, took your husband's name or surname. Madam, who gave? He says the man. Who received? Is it not you? So what are we talking? Why is it that our mentality, we don't want to tell ourselves the truth? The Western nature, the Western world has made us to have biased mind about relationship, about husband. The way things have gone gaga in the country, as our continent, has made us to think that we are all and all. We first have to acknowledge this man. Then we can now say this is where he's falling. And I'll ask her, pose another question to her. I say, Madam, who gave the wife the opportunity? This thing you're doing now, who gave you the opportunity to venture into it? Were you doing it before your husband married? You said no. Assume some of you even were working, or you finished your education before your husband married you. But if he had wanted to marry you then and ask you to resign, will you not be comfortably accepting to resign? You will, because you want to marry. So he's still the one that gave you the opportunity. I said, Madam, for you to be what you are today, and you think the man is nobody, he's nothing again because maybe he's no more, he doesn't have, or he's having issues, doesn't mean that he's not the giver. African woman, we need to tell ourselves the truth. And I come to a place, she said she had something about sperm and whatever. I said, okay, for you to have kids, who gives you the sperm? When you're made love to, it's your husband, isn't it? You receive and add to your egg. Your egg alone cannot produce kids. So what are we talking about? This man is still on the upper hand. He's still the director. He's still the leader. I heard from a woman today, when I was listening to a video short someone sent to me. The woman was like asking she was saying something about for someone to be, for a relationship or marriage to get to be stable and work, that one person has to be the wise one and the other person has to be the idiot. And she was like, if both are brilliant or both are intelligent or both are like captain, nobody will lead the other person. And I buy into that idea. And it falls on us as a woman to be the one that, okay, you have to overlook some things. Sometimes a man also overlook. There are some things for peace to raise. There are some things he would like to okay, I don't want to say this because if I say now this woman will stand and them for it. You don't have to get to the point of nagging your relationship. You still have to acknowledge that this man is your director. He is the authority in the house. He is the apostle and the teacher. You are just a prophet. You are just the one that speaks to things to work. And because until you learn and know who you are in the family, you won't be balding, shaking shoulder with your husband, try to I'm making money or making money. It's you that put yourself into trouble. Because you don't want to make do what your husband is bringing in. The finances is small for you, so you want to be working. You put yourself into that trouble. So you should be able to know how to manage it. And if you see that you want your husband to help you, what you should do is find a way around it. Find a way around it. Please, people should give me the code of this thing. Is the iPhone. Give me the code. I need to charge it. Sorry for that interruption. So African woman and man, African woman, they rub shoulder with your husband. You know why? When I want to, sometimes I break it down to broken is that some of us don't even understand. I continue to ask her, I say, Madam, whose major responsibility in a home when it comes to finances? He said, it's the husband. I said, okay, no, it was your husband when all good was going. Everything was okay. But because you felt it's because you have now. Okay, now, if you had the money and your husband did not have it before you married him, will you want to be the one to shoulder the responsibility? She said, no, she will want to help the husband, establish him in such a way that he'll be able to take up the responsibility. I said, that's why he's always the one giving you or the one receiving. No matter how wealthy the woman is, no matter how wealthy you are, I think I should hold this one. No matter how wealthy you are, you will also want your husband to be the one that brings in much more than your own financing, helping. But when you budget, let's be frank. That's why those women that have money, when their husband don't have, they hate him. They see him that he's lazy. So what you want to like, okay, this man should step up now so that he's the organ. He's always the one giving, you are the one receiving. African woman, until you acknowledge the fact that the authority in the house is your husband, that's going to be problem. No matter how he mellows down, no matter how he overlook things. Do you understand? Now the question again is that why do you, as a woman, feel bad when your husband no longer take responsibilities? No, why? That means he's the one giving and you are the one receiving. African woman waste up. Your husband is the authority in the house, whether you like it or not. There's no way to negotiate that. Even if you like, be the one that is a multi-millionaire. The highest you could do is to set him up so that he can also, be more responsible when it comes to finances. So you can't just look down on this man. So I'm actually responding to the feedback a woman gave us on that topic we had 2 weeks ago. The man is the giver, the woman is the receiver. So we have given you like 8 to 10 questions of who paid your dowry, who is the one that proposed to you. It's your husband. You are the receiving end. He's the one that left his home. He saw you, carried his family, come to your home and say, I want to marry this woman. There is no way, even in that Western world that we African women are trying to, step up and live like them. It's still the man that proposes. It's still the man that pays the dowry. It's still the man that takes the responsibility of everything in the home, no matter how wealthy you are. Trust me. Even when you have your company, you want him to be, the type of man that takes care of the company and whatever. So what I'm trying to say is that I explained it to the woman. By the time I'm done talking with the woman, she actually was like, oh, I now understand where you're coming from. Sanitize your mind. Oga is Oga. Authority is authority. If he was doing well when you married him, you loved him, it was fine. Oh, he's not doing well now. It's not a reason for you to look down on him. That's where I always talk to women. No matter what you are doing, you are the prophets in the house. It's you that speak life into some things that will be happening in your home. You have to speak life to your husband. That was not how you met him. You have to pray and pray. So when we overload ourselves with working because we cannot manage what the man gives us, and we are working, we are also taking care of the home, it's not easy to learn to pray. So little thing that the man will do, you get upset. You are no longer in love with him, you don't want to be part of him again. That kind of a thing. African woman ways sabi. The truth is that the man is the authority. The man is the one in charge. The man is the leader. The man is the giver. You are the receiver in everything. Okay, come to think about it. Is it not your husband that makes you to smile? When the going was good, you remember the man, you're like, oh, I'm happy. So when the going becomes bad, should you throw that to him? It's also your responsibility that bad came. You didn't take up some responsibility as the manager. You didn't take up some responsibility as the one that has come to help the man. I don't want to put it this way. If religious people, if we should talk about it in a religious way, normally, if you have your husband is the owner of the authority, you are the helper. Now, let me tell you something that you guys do. What we do as African women is that if you get a maid now, you are the madam of the house. You have a maid. What we do is that we keep up all the responsibility onto the maid. The maid will wash the cloth. The maid will clean the house. The maid will. So you, as a mother, you cross your leg and put. And that's what the man is doing to you, and you're feeling bad. No, but that's the truth. The next thing you put yourself is that you must indulge yourself into working because you felt what he's giving to you is not enough. African woman will serve you. We have to respect our husband. We have to know that they are the authority. This man is the authority in the home, no matter how it is. The only way you can do things is to find a way to reach out to him. And one of the ways for you to be spiritual, and that's you're praying for him. This man sees a lot of things. Okay, the pain you are seeing because you're working, you're managing the home, you're doing everything. So when you come back, you feel like irritated, you feel bad. When he does something, like I'm doing something, he does. You can imagine what he is going through. Sometimes they don't talk. And because of that, he said, you don't love me, you hate me, he's no longer in love. Before you know it, tell him you're no longer in love with him. Because you are seeing a younger person or someone else that is there, you feel he's doing better or whatever. You contributed to African woman with savvy. You really contributed. African woman with savvy, they do well. So we've responded to the question that the woman had. Whatever virtue you're bringing out, whatever virtue you are bringing out in your home, let me tell you, part of the person that made you to have this good virtue is your husband. That's the truth. Because of the way he treats you, because of the way he does these things for you. So when things are falling apart, you don't push it to him. Also push it to yourself. Tell yourself, I'm part of this because this man was not like this before. This man was working. This man was doing the right thing. He's holding on and he was taking care of everything. Now that he has an issue, should you push him away? Should you tell him that you're no longer in love? In fact, I saw a woman that there's a relationship, a marriage they've had for like 35 years. And suddenly she said she wants a divorce. And I was looking at her. I said, Madam, are you really okay? She said, the way he treated me, the way he did. And I said, okay, when this man was treating you, was it the way he was before? He said, no. I said, when did he change? He said, about 5 years ago. I said, have you tried to know what made him to change? Maybe it's your character. Okay, assume it's not your character. Do you know the burden he's carrying? Have you asked? He said, I used to ask him. He will not answer me. I said, Madam, go back. Ask yourself, where have you fallen from? That area you are falling has affected the man. Now you are the giving end, and he's at the receiving end, and you're feeling bad. Think about it. African woman will say, our husband, they are the hero. They are the authority. They are the power. They are the apostle, the teacher in the house. You are just a prophet, and you are not doing your work. And you expect him to remain how good he was when he married you. You expect him to still be the giving one while you are still the... No, it doesn't work like that. African woman will say, they do well. If they do well, African woman, African man go better. It's not by nagging. It's not by quarreling. It's not by divorce. It's not by separation. Go back. Go in and start praying. Ask yourself, what is wrong? Something went wrong. This man was nice. This man was working. What happened to his work? You don't start abusing him. You don't start telling him that he's worthless. Now, let me tell you something. When you tell a man he's worthless, he becomes worthless. That's the truth. When you open your mouth, tell a man negative thing, because he has depended on you for over years. He believes in you. He knows that you will be there with him, for him. But you are not there because he felt you have arrived. If he had not given you the opportunity to venture into what you're doing, and you are having this money and you think you have arrived, I wonder how you would have been there. Some people say, I forced myself to become what I am. And really, if he had, when he came to marry you, that time you wanted marriage by all means. If I tabled out that he doesn't want you to get married or doesn't want you to work, will you not have willingly accepted? You would. African woman will savvy. You are doing well, but do better. Don't let your marriage break. Don't separate. Go on your knees. Know what is the issue. Go on your knees. Ask God if you are the one, if you are the cause, that he should help you. God, I want this man to bounce back. I want him to still hold on to the responsibility he's doing as a man. Lord, how can I help? Instead of nagging, instead of seeing mistakes that he's doing, those mistakes were not there. You might be the cause. Oh, I want to appreciate all of you for listening. I also appreciate those who ask questions and make comments and give us feedbacks when they watch the video. African Woman website. I would like you to visit our website. Take your time. Just Google, search for africanwomanandmarriage.com, and you are there. When you are there, you will see the services we render. You see the support we give to African women. We have a whole lot to do with you. Our concern is that you remain in your marriage. Our concern is that you do well in your marriage. Our concern is that you show forth what that identity that shows you are a true African woman, that shows you are a godly woman. That's our concern. And we are going to give you this service in full, expecting that you be better. And I know you are. You have what it takes. You have what God has given you to make your home stable. It is in you, and you can do it. African woman, we sabi. You sabi oh, your sabi dey sweet my belle. And that's why when I see you when you sabi, I go dey tell you to do selense. Because your selense na im be the shakara wey dey make you be say you get great identity. African woman we sabi. We like you also to talk with us on the WhatsApp, or you have a chat with us on +234 7065 15 9601. I call it again. +234 7065 15 9601. We want you to talk to us. A lot of people are really chatting with us. They are trying to know a lot of things. In fact, when that woman that asked that question, by the time I finished with her, she was like, okay, I went to beg my husband, because of something. He insulted me. Then I gave her a testimony of how a woman was humiliated. But she went back on her knees and she was just asking God, help me. Today, even the husband went as far as marrying another man, another woman. But today he's back. Yes. Because he can't just walk away from a relationship or marriage that you've had over the years. Something is wrong. By the time the man came back, he saw different things from her because he saw the value she has, and they were able to discuss the issues they had and agree this is the way we follow it. And that's the way it should be. African woman wisdom. If you do well in your home, then being a part or a unit in the nation, then the nation is getting better. The people are getting better, and you are one of the maker. Thank you for listening. I would like to pray with some of us. Please, I want you to listen. I want you to know when God will be revealing some things to you, showing you where the mistake is. Don't be angry. Don't be angry. Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, Lord, I begin to pray for homes. I pray for marriages, oh Lord. In Jesus' name, your concern is that there shouldn't be divorce. Your concern is that family should be okay. Father, it's something that you have made from day one. You created Adam. Father, you gave her Eve. You said, let they become one. She should be the helper. But my problem and concern is that, oh God, let the family be restored. Every family that is having issue, every husband and wife that is having issue, Father, reach out to them this hour in the name of Jesus Christ. Father, reach out to them, notwithstanding their religion. Father, because you are God that loves everybody. Oh Lord, I pray, because with the family, you can reach out to the nations. With the family, you can reach out to the continent. My Lord, I am asking for peace in home. Receive peace in your home. Receive peace in your home. Receive peace in your home. Receive unity. Receive all that is good for your family. Lord, begin to settle matters for them. Touch the woman. I want you to use the African woman that is looking at me this hour. Use her to maintain her home. Use her to bring stability into her home. Use her to bring peace, oh God, and unity into her home. How you will help her, Jehovah, help her. In Jesus Christ's name, I have prayed. You are blessed, African woman. A blessed woman you will remain, and a superwoman. African woman will serve. You serve me. See you some other time. God bless you.